Hello everyone, welcome to Rokani Media Football. It's Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur in there. It's a must-win game for Manchester United and we're here to dissect in this game because the lineups are out and we now know who is in for which team in here onto Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, when you look at Manchester United, they have David De Gea. Diego Dalot returns. Remember, the previous games it has been always ROnaldo Dalot. There is Rafael Varane, there is Harry Maguire and Alex Telles in there. Alex Telles playing into the left back for a man who goes by the names of Luke Shaw. That means Luke Shaw is not 100% really recovered from COVID in there. Nemanja Matic and Freddy playing into the double midfield pivot. Marcus Rashford playing off the right attacking side of the midfield. Paul Pogba playing into the Bruno Fernandes role because Bruno is sick. That's what the managers come out and said. We don't know whether Bruno Fernandes is suffering from COVID-19. That and more will be revealed later into this game. Jadon Sancho playing off the left attacking side of the pitch in there. And Ronaldo returns and he's leading the line for Manchester United in there. When you look at Tottenham Hotspur, before I go into the starting line of Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United is playing with a 4-2-3-1. That is the system United is playing with, and a team which goes by names of Spurs are playing with a back five in there in a system of 3-5-2 in there with Christian Romero, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies as the back three. Doute, that is the right back. Raglan is the left back. Hogberg and Bentaka into the midfield in there. Song Hyun-Myun and Kursovic in there playing into the two attacking midfields in there, and Harry Kane is leading the line for a side which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur. When you look at the bench of Manchester United, Victor Lindelof, Eric Bayfield, Jones, Juan Mata, Jesse Lingard, Edson Cavani, Dean Henderson, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Elanga. That is the bench of Manchester United, and their manager goes by names of Ralf Rangnick. Davinson Sanchez is on the bench of a team which goes by names of Spurs. Harry Winks, Emerson Royo, Joe Rodon, Perguiri Gorini, Stephen Bergwijn, Lucas Moura, Heavy White and Dennis Scarlett are in the starting lineup of a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur in there. So smash the like button, comment and share. And if I told you you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This is a do or die game for Manchester United because when you look at the standings in there for you, Arsenal is ahead of them by 1 point, and Arsenal has played 3 games less than Manchester United. Manchester United going into this game that they're going to play right now, they'll be just another game ahead of Arsenal, and if at all they don't win, they'll be a point behind Arsenal, and Arsenal will be having 4 games in hand. That's why it's very much a must-win for Manchester United in there, because right now they have lots of things to lose if at all they really lose this point. Remember, they drew against Watford at Old Trafford. That was a must-win game for Manchester United. They went away at Etihad. They are disciplined. They're given a 4-0 by Man City. It was 4-1 in there. And then other players in there came up and really scored. That is Riyad Mahrez scoring a brace and Kevin De Bruyne scoring a brace, each into a different half altogether. When you look at Rangnick said Bruno got ill yesterday, he couldn't train and he cannot play. Hopefully he will be back on Tuesday, but today he's out in there for you. But all in all, that is great in there. Then Rangnick has come out and said we had a false positive test on David De Gea last night, but we then decided to have second test which was negative, then a PCR test which was negative again. That's why he can play right about now. Remember, rumors were all over that it was Dean Henderson going to start for Manchester United into this game because David De Gea had tested positive for COVID-19, but they really did a second test and it tested negative in there for you. But that means Bruno also is positive for COVID. That means a team which goes by the names of Manchester United is really on a very bad side, because if at all they don't have Bruno into this game of a team which goes by names of Spurs, it's one of those limitations in there. But everything has a good and bad in there. According to me, I really believe that there is a positivity into this, because Paul Pogba, we know him that playing going forward is one of the best players in there for you. Now, when you're having Freddy, the player who goes by the names of Freddie and a player who goes by the names of Nemanja Matic playing behind this player who goes by the name Paul Pogba. I really think that Paul Pogba is more adventurous than a player who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes, and into that role he's very exciting because he will get so much close or so much into the shooting positions in there, and we'll be expecting him to go in and really shoot those balls at the back of the net in there. Secondly, he has a very good pass on him, and that shows you that if at all he can really get you that good pass like he did at Man City, that means when you put him into that role, he's going to bossy those people in there. And secondly, you reduce on the risk of him really playing into the back, into that so-called CDM role, because he's sluggish and sometimes he loses that ball in very, very bad position that will cost the team. But when you look at Paul Pogba, in the position where he's going to be playing, even when he loses that ball, no one is going to get a blame because everything is really going to be okay, because Freddie and Nemanja Matic will be there covering him up and covering up for his mistakes in there. I don't know what you guys have to say about this, but I really feel like it's a game that United should go in and win. And also Spurs need this game because if at all they beat Manchester United, they are really going to make their chances very much clear because they are into the 7th position. Manchester United has played 2 games more than them and they're having 45 points. That means they're just 2 points behind Manchester United. They beat Manchester United tonight, they'll be a point ahead of them with 2 games in hand, and they would have eased the kick out of a team which goes by the names of Manchester United into the top 4 battle. And this is what you have to do to come in and do the needful if at all you want to go or knock out someone from this. Because if at all you feel like you want to knock out a team which goes by the names of Manchester United out of this, you have to show that you are big enough, you are the big boy of the day, and you can beat Manchester United into this game of football. If at all you cannot beat Manchester United into this game of football, then you are really out of the top 4. By the way, these 2 games are really going to be so much important. The game against Manchester United against Spurs, the game of Arsenal against Spurs, and the game of Manchester United versus Arsenal at the Emirates. Those 3 games are really going to be very, very much crucial into this top 4 race, especially into the 4th place, because it looks like Chelsea has sealed the 3rd place in there for you. Though if at all Arsenal wins all its games in hand, it will be just 2 points or a point behind the team which goes by names of Chelsea in there. So I really believe that it's really going to be a very long run into these remaining 10-11 games of the season, because these teams are really wanting to go into the Champions League, because Arsenal players were promised £500,000 each if at all they really go into the Champions League. And you know what this means, because Arsenal has a squad like of 30 people. You give each £500,000, that is close to £15 million in there. So £15 million come up with a very, 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 very much reward from the Champions League, because the moment you qualify, you'll know that at least you have like £40 million in there. So deducting off some 15 and get it to your players such that you really motivate them to come onto the pitch and really see themselves going into that. It's really better than anything else. So it shows you how much this game is intense in there, and wait and see what is going to happen in there. Expect the match reaction to come on here after this game is done in there, and we'll be here doing the needful for you guys, because this is what we do here onto the Rokani Media Football. But talking of the squad of Manchester United, the starting lineup, Rashford is in. I've seen people coming out and saying that this media has been really onto this. But the reason as to why media has come out and picked up this story is because even Elanga was not visible into that game of Man City. That was the yardstick that was given in there. Because I really believe that if at all Elanga had really put up a show in the game against Man City, these talks wouldn't have been here. It would have been a different case altogether. We would have been discussing that Elanga is starting. But right now, because Elanga never put up a show, no one is bothered, because in that game of Watford and in that game of a team which goes by the names of, he missed lots of chances in the game of Watford first and foremost, and when it mattered most in the game of Man City, he never really put up a show. So I really believe that Rashford deserves to start, because in the previous 2 games, Elanga wasted a very good chance in the game against Watford, and this game against Man City never showed up. So I will believe that in such a game like that of Man City, Rashford really deserves to start. Diego Dalot coming into the starting lineup of Manchester United again after very many games in there. He was dropped since that game of Leeds in there and has not been playing for Manchester United since that. So that means United has played Leeds, Atletico Madrid, United has played Watford. They've played Man City, and Diego Dalot has not been playing. In their close to 5 games, Diego Dalot has not been representing for Manchester United, but he turns into the starting lineup of Manchester United. And by the way, questions raised a lot. People are asking themselves, why is this lad not into the starting lineup of Manchester United? Yet he was playing very well, and they're asking themselves, what did Aaron Bissaka do? What did Diego Dalot do? And now we have the answer. Diego Dalot is back into the starting lineup of Manchester United. Smash the like button, comment and share. I really feel like United is going to win this game by 3-1. I really believe that we are winning this. And leave your prediction into the comment section below. I remain Rokani David onto Rokani Media. I'll sign out for now. See you later. And you're really going to be back here when the game is done. And you're really going to do that predicted Arsenal lineup versus the side which goes by the names of Leicester City, a game that is going to be played tomorrow.